Hi everybody, I've got one last journal I'm videoing today, and this is done in creams and some browns on the cover. And it is, let's see, get the measuring out of the way, 4 3/4 by 7 1/4, and it has a 1.5 inch spine. The front cover's got a real pretty vintage image of a little girl, not little girl, but a teenager selling flowers to a couple. Look at that pretty parasol. And got some lace coming down the side with some sari ribbon and a music ruffle, and then some little pieces of fabric with a vintage button. And then down here, I've got one of my patches, and over it, I put a ticket that's got a little, this is a piece of a curtain sewn on button, some lace. This is really textured. I don't know what kind of fabric this is, but it's a nice textured fabric. It's in a square pattern. The spine has got lace on it. Look at that pretty sari silk. And then this is lace. But you can see the texture probably better here that's on it. And there's the opening. This has got a lot of places to journal in it and heavily dyed coffee papers. On the inside, I used some of that fabric washi tape on the spine. Got a ruffle here on this pocket. This is one of those pockets that Crafty Irina did a tutorial on. It's got a little thing here. You could put a date if you wanted. And it also serves as a stopper for this. And this is a belly band here. I get my little fat fingers up under there. See? And a little coffee dyed card. And an envelope. Blank envelope. And some laces. More laces here. A little button. Part of a doily. Get in there. And it's got another pocket here with a coffee stained, inked up card to journal on. Pretty rose. And that's one pocket. And then another pocket behind it with another card. A pretty vintage lady playing some form of instrument that I don't recognize. Some lace back here and some silver stitching. And over here, I did napkin decoupage. And it's got a little ticket here. Butterfly card. Pretty image here. This is secured down. I just like the way the paper clip looked. I love those little mini paper clips. And of course you could tuck something over here if you wanted. A pretty vintage image and a lace ruffle with some of that grass cloth. Over here I did a punch. Heavily coffee dyed papers in a double pocket. And some of that corrugated paper. And of course y'all have seen this before. Up here, a little business card and a coffee dyed paper. Over here would be a great place to put an image. It's got some lace and some stitching here. And a nice little ruffle. You know, you could put a picture here and journal here about it. Napkin decoupage. A pretty image with a doily. And here is a pocket. And on the inside, what did I put? Oh, look, a card. It's got a French, from a French book that I have, and I inked it up, put some lace, a little gold rose with the teal, and this twine serves to hold a card or any other goodies or memorabilia you want to put in here. Done in that brown paper. Over here, some fabrics, pieces of fabrics, and a ruffle with a safety pin. Little butterfly with a tag, little pink there. He's done in a book page, and he's outlined in gold. And you've got some pages here to journal on. If I could open it, there we go. Piece of ephemera. Decoupage napkin in the center. Over here is another pocket. The front pocket's got a butterfly here with some of that corrugated paper and book page. And then your coffee dyed papers, a day to remember. And it says determined. Reminds me of that line in Persuasion when she was taking a leap off the steps. And she said, "Captain, I am determined." She ended up knocking herself out. Sometimes being determined can be foolish. Some of that sari ribbon and some lace back here. Another tuck spot behind. Some French and negative that I put some grass cloth and some fabric behind. Some of those papers that I make. Over here is another piece of doily with a little bird charm on a safety pin. It's double-sided. Real pretty. So you could put an image here and journal about it. No card here. Got some grass cloth behind it. More coffee dyed papers, inked, stamped, crackled. Punch this side. Piece of a doily here. Crocheted doily. And back here, this is a piece of ephemera, and then I overlaid a place to write with some fabrics. Piece of lace. I like these on the edge because you can just grab them to go where you want to go. So I'm liking that. More of a decoupage napkin. Punching. Coffee stained. A pretty image there. Little lace on a book page flower. Lace going across and a little heart here. And you could use this for a, oh, let's see if I can reach one. You can use this for a tuck spot if you wish. It's open. It's secured, but it's open. And it's got the tabs that I make with a paper doily. Little decoupage napkin peeking out. And on this side is a pretty paper clip that is holding this down. Envelope for you to stuff with whatever you like. You hear Cooper making his bed again. Silly boy. Over here is a daisy with a brad. A little image there. More napkin decoupage in the center. Good book for journaling in. Or adding just memorabilia, you know. I mean, the pages are done for you, so all you have to do is just add your stuff. Paper doily back here. Little pocket. You could journal here. This is in the background, and you could journal over that. Card with a vintage button. And one of these booklets that I make, I know y'all have seen them. It says Little Moments, Big Memories. This might make a good photo album. Piece of a doily, crocheted doily here. Some of that grass cloth for a pocket. Got a piece of ephemera back here. And some cards to journal on. I left room in this one in case, you know, because I had in mind that it would be more for adding your own stuff. You know, we collect all these pictures and things from places, and put them in a box or stuff them in a drawer. And this would be a good book to take all that stuff out and put it in and write about it. It would be great. Another piece of a decoupage napkin. Little rose with a ruffle. Some punching down here, and the edges were inked. A little piece of fabric and paper doily. Some of that corrugated paper. Some lace. Over here, really big piece to journal on with some music ruffles. A little tuck spot with a brad. Little rose peeking up behind. More napkin decoupage. Look how heavy that is. Heavy inked and coffee stained. Love it. Some French here with a little safety pin. Some of that gauze. And lace. More gauze. Corrugated heart. Over here we have a big piece of crochet doily on a pocket with a little silk flower and a crystal. And inside is a booklet. A little vintage girl reading. Got a pocket on the inside with some papers to journal on. That's from a 1920s school book that I have. And it's got all different kinds of papers and stamping and sewing. Ephemera, if I can get this open. Let's see what these are. There we go. Just neat things. A little plastic journal on the back. Really pretty. I'll put that together later. More punching here. Piece of a doily and coffee dyed paper that's been stitched around. Another pretty ruffle and napkin decoupage. And over here's a tuck spot. Some ruffle and little card that I made. And that comes out so you could journal here and journal here. And in the back, big lace pocket with some sari ribbon that I sewed around in gold. And it's got a half of a doily here with some of those real pretty flowers. And inside is a booklet. And it's got all kinds of papers and different things. Oh, look, it's upside down. Ah. You don't want that piece of thread. Little pocket here. Coffee dyed papers. I'll put that back later. Look how pretty that is behind that, all those roses. And there's the back again with that wonderful texture. Lace spine. And there's the cover. I want to thank y'all so much for being here today. And I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.